What you thinking about? So, I played Arena for 15 hours straight after the wipe to see what would happen, and I have some things to report. I have not played a single raid in the base game yet, and I am now level 18 with almost all level 2 traders, several early wipe guns mastered, most of the most important combat skills leveled pretty well, and to the points where I would need them for the hideout and for the tasks. I made over 10 million rubles that I can transfer to the base game in batches of 1.5 million rubles every 24 hours for a fee of a couple $100,000, and I did it all while not really waiting in queues or having any hiccups at all. By doing the daily tasks, I will get ref level 2 and hit level 20 in a couple more hours as well. So now the question is this better? Should you be playing Arena or should you be playing the base game if what you actually want to do is progress in the base game? I know the answer may seem obvious at this point with everything I just listed there, and it might be enough for some people out there, but hear me out. I'm actually not convinced that this is the right move. I am certain that it's not the right move for everybody out there. There's a few things to think about here. For one, the Kappa racers are in their mid-20s right now. So in terms of skilled players progressing as fast as they can while playing solo, Arena is not the move. You absolutely should be playing the base game if that is the position that you are in. The snowball you get is insane. It will rocket you to the end if you are able to get ahead early and play a long time. For the average player, the XP is a guarantee, but at what cost? If you play Last Hero and generally shoot at what pops up in front of you on the bigger maps, because you will get more XP for playing on the bigger maps, and the games go just as long. So there is no reason to play the smaller maps. I know a lot of people think that that's the right move, and maybe it is if you're much better at holding angles, or if you're playing like the shorter range weapons like SMGs or shotguns, but you absolutely will get more XP playing on the bigger maps. It's actually coded into the game that way, while the games go just as long. So you should absolutely only be playing the bigger maps. Now just playing the game, you should get to 3, maybe 5,000 XP every 15 to 20 minutes, all while leveling skills and getting rubles. A lot of rubles. If you are good at PvP and do well every single game, you will get 4 to 6, sometimes maybe even 8,000 at the same pace in terms of XP. Winning gets you 10 to 14 plus thousand every day per class. Some people said even more. It depends on how many kills you get. It equals that on top of like what you do in the game too, all your assists, your kills, all that stuff. That is consistency that you will not find anywhere else. It's just a matter of time at that point. You can go and sit in a queue and load into a raid for 15 minutes, get in, die to a 5-man instantly, lose everything that you had on you, and you're gonna get like a couple hundred XP. You can go and have an amazing raid, an all-time raid. You get all your tasks done, you kill a bunch of PMCs, you kill a bunch of scaz. Hell, maybe you kill a boss, you get out with tons of gear, tons of XP, and it would probably equate XP and money-wise to a few games of Blast Gang and several games of Last Hero. I'm missing a couple things there, but we'll get to that in a second. Now, if you are pretty good, and so are your friends, this is where it gets interesting with Blast Gang, aka the search and destroy / Counter-Strike mode. Right off the bat, I want to say I hate that you can't change your class more than once at the beginning of the switch of each round. Grenades rule this mode. It's very frustrating to me, but you can figure it out with your team and make a ton of XP and cash when you win. Winning and getting MVP has gotten some people upwards of 18,000 XP, while the game can take 20 to 30 minutes to complete, sometimes more. However, losing the game will net you about what you get for playing solo. So you will need to win in order to make it worthwhile. Otherwise, you are wasting your time. And that's where the strategy comes in. The most asked question I've gotten on stream is what's better, the base game or Arena? I have to say I don't have an answer for everyone because everybody is different, while every raid is different in the base game. There's nothing that will guarantee you the XP, skills, and money over time, like playing Last Hero, Blast Gang, or team fight in Arena. So if you are at rock bottom, that is the play. If you have a squad to play with you, you can spam Blast Gang, and as long as you get the games over with as soon as you possibly can, both win and lose, the XP can catapult you. The cheese way would be to sprint down the enemy team every single round, get the kills that you can, get the plants or diffuses that you can, as much as you can, while restarting the games as fast as you can, and that will be the best, no question there. Because what happens is, you're throwing games. You're gonna get into a low bracket when it comes to the skill-based matchmaking. You're going to end up fighting people that are not very good. And then when you realize that's the case, then you start to try. You will win. You'll make a buttload of XP. Wash, rinse, repeat. If you're solo, just try to do as well as you can. Do your dailies and get a daily win with each class if you can. And same thing there. If you're looking for a win for a class that you're not very good with, start throwing your game, start running around a little bit until you get into a lower bracket. You'll notice when people are not really all quite there. Then next game, put on the class that you want to do a win with and start trying there. Now, the elephant in the room, though, is the tasks from the base game. As I said before, the snowball is insane, and this does not help you in that regard. You will not complete any tasks in the base game because you're playing Arena. All this does is make it so that when you do play the base game, you're better prepared. You will still run into people doing the same tasks, and it will happen constantly. While if you had put your time into the base game and survived, and you completed loads of tasks, I believe you would be further at this point. That's a lot to ask for some people, so if you think you're one of those people, this is what I would do. Open the game and play your scav, loot what you can, and store it. Go play Blast Gang if you have a team, or play Last Hero if you don't, while your scav timer cools down, then wash, rinse, repeat. You will have the loot of a PMC as well as the level, skills, and money of one that had been doing raids without ever running one. That way you can focus strictly on the tasks and not worry about looting or anything else until you want to. That is the suggestion to anybody that's struggling or just wondering what they should do to have the best chance at success in the base game. Now, if the servers are having issues, immediately go play Arena. I had very little delay on day one with Arena. In total, there was maybe 20 minutes where I couldn't get into a game or the queues were acting weird. Otherwise, it was instant queue the whole day, and the loading times were maybe 5 minutes at most. With, again, a couple hiccups here and there, nothing like the base game. The pure gameplay, pure minutes to minute gameplay goes to Arena hands down. The stress of needing to focus and try hard the entire game does get to you though. That is a major trade-off. Sure, there's super tense moments in the base game. That's really what we play for, but you have spans of potentially hours sometimes where you're just walking and looting, maybe just killing some scavs here and there. Every second you play Arena, especially the free-for-all mode, you are being hunted and in an active fight. They are two very different worlds. So again, my suggestion is to not stick with one over the other for any extended period of time. Use one to improve the other. Well, use Arena to improve the other. Have them work off of each other that way. If you have a bad wipe start, you can't reset your account anymore until a week, maybe two after the wipe. So play Arena. Don't worry too much about it. Get your PMC caught up in XP and money on that side of things while playing your scav to get the loot. It's a great save. It really is. If you have a team of 5 that's good or well coordinated, play Blast Gang, and if you think you're going to lose, just throw the game and get a new game. If you're solo or if your team hasn't been winning, go play Last Hero. If you want to see how it went for me, the VOD is up right now in the live section of the channel as well as the Twitch. I'll be live again right as this video goes public, so come by and ask any questions that you might have. I think you can even click my logo there and it'll just send you right to it. I think it even says live or something around it, but I'll be live over on Twitch too. Link below if you get lost. Stay tuned for more updates, as once I hit 20 today, I'm going to see what it's like playing Ground Zero at level cap for that map and get my wipe in the base game started with everything that I've earned playing Arena at this point. To support what I do, come by a stream or join the Patreon. Really appreciate everybody over there already. Link in the description. Check out my other channels for other games right here. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.